In the arid Kalahari Desert, the Okavango Delta appears as an oasis. But hidden behind that beauty is an arena of life and death, where ancient predators wait for the moment to turn the gentle waters into a nightmare. Will the creatures here have enough strength to overcome the harsh challenges of nature? The cruel Okavango, the bloody attack between crocodiles and Cape buffalo. The sun rises high. The golden light spills over the vast grasslands and endless reed forests. From above, the Okavango appears like a living maze, the rivers branching out, winding through mudflats, swamps, and sparkling lakes. But beneath the seemingly calm waters are hidden shadows, where a predator patiently waits for the moment to strike. Under the murky water, a giant black shadow silently slithers. It was the Nile crocodile, an ancient predator that had ruled this place for millions of years. Its body was more than 5 meters long. It weighed half a ton. Its skin was as thick and rough as iron armor. It was as motionless as a rotten log. Only its cold, yellow eyes were floating on the water's surface. Its sharp teeth were tightly closed, hiding a crushing power that could break the bones of any creature that dared to come into the river. Every heartbeat, every ripple was under the control of this silent killer. And it only needed one chance to turn the gentle water into an execution ground. From afar, the ground shook under the footsteps of a giant herd of Cape buffalo. Hundreds of muscular bodies, their horns curved and sharp like weapons of war, marched together towards the water's edge. The sound of heavy breathing and the sound of hooves pounding, the mud echoed throughout the steppe. In the scorching heat of the Okavango region, water is life. The herd of buffaloes crowded the riverbank, bowing their heads to drink each cool sip. Little did they know, right under the seemingly peaceful water, a silent death was waiting. Under the murky water, the crocodile was completely motionless. Each small air bubble escaping from its nose disappeared in silence. Its yellow eyes flashed under the harsh sunlight, following every step of the buffalo herd approaching the water's edge. In an instant, the crocodile jumped out of the water. Its roar echoed throughout the swamp. The buffalo herd panicked and scattered, mud and water splashing everywhere. The crocodile pulled hard, dragging the buffalo down into the deep water, where death was only a breath away. The tug-of-war between the crocodile and the buffalo herd ended. The water gradually returned to its calm state. But behind the bloody hunting scenes, the crocodile also harbored another primitive instinct: the preservation of the species. When the rainy season comes, the floodwaters flood the plains. The female crocodiles leave the river, using their snouts and bodies to pile up dry grass, rotten leaves and mud into large nests along the banks. Inside, they cleverly hide their eggs, the treasures of continued life. For weeks, the mother crocodile stands guard, ready to attack anyone who comes near. When the eggs crack, the faint sounds from the cubs ring out. The mother crocodile gently uses her snout to carry each baby into the water. Despite being notorious killers, their maternal instincts make them resilient protectors. From millions of years ago to the present, crocodiles still retain their unchanging instincts, a testament to their absolute adaptability. In the bloody arena of the Okavango, they are not only predators, but also living witnesses to the immortal power of nature. The noon sun casts a golden light on the calm water. Small ripples spread out, reflecting the blue sky. The reeds along the shore swayed gently in the gentle breeze, creating a gentle rhythm of the marsh. In the midst of that peaceful scene, a brilliant blue color suddenly flashed, gliding across the water. It was the kingfisher, the living jewel of the Okavango. With a compact body only about 15 to 20 centimeters long, emerald green feathers combined with a bright orange color on the chest, the kingfisher stood out in the swamp space. Sharp black eyes, long and sharp beak like a spear, making it a skilled hunter. From a tree branch protruding from the water, the kingfisher stood still, watching every smallest movement below the waves. In just a moment, it swooped down at a speed of more than 40 km/h, piercing straight through the water, its sharp beak accurately piercing the unfortunate young fish. Its eyes were protected by a transparent membrane, a special mechanism that allowed it to see clearly even while diving through the water. During breeding season, pairs of kingfishers dig nests deep in the banks, which can be up to a meter long. The female lays 4 to 7 small white eggs, and both parents take turns incubating them, then bringing each small fish home to feed. In their world, parental love is expressed with rare patience and devotion. However, life is never safe. Snakes, large birds of prey, and even lizards lurk around the kingfishers' nests. Nevertheless, with their agile wings and ability to hide among the reeds, this small bird still exists proudly, a brilliant piece in the Okavango ecological picture. As the sun gradually sets in the afternoon, the golden orange light spreads across the dry mounds of land on the edge of the swamp. In the distance, a shrill cry echoes, mixed with the rumbling noise, as if signaling another world out there. Away from the still waters, on the high slopes where a complex and dramatic society is taking place, the world of the baboon. Baboons are one of Africa's largest and most complex primates, present throughout the Okavango region. Their bodies are solid, can be more than 1 meter long, weighing up to 30 or 40 kilos in adult males. The most easily recognizable feature is the long snout with protruding jaws, and fangs that can be up to 5 centimeters long, enough to damage any challenger. Their thick gray-brown fur, sometimes shining silver in the afternoon sun, helps them blend into the landscape of bush and arid savanna. They spend a lot of time foraging for fruits, roots, insects, and even hunting small antelopes or baby birds. But baboons are not defined by muscle power alone. They are intelligent, agile primates with excellent memories and a highly social life. A group can number up to hundreds of individuals, tightly organized in a hierarchical system, where the ultimate power belongs to the alpha male. This position means access to food, females, and absolute respect from the entire group. However, this position is always fragile, as young rivals constantly watch and wait for the opportunity to rebel. A young male, with a muscular body and sharp fangs, has been silently challenging the old man who has dominated the group for many years. The atmosphere is tense across the land. Growls and hisses echo, like a call to arms for the inevitable confrontation. And then, the battle for the throne breaks out. The tug of war ends when the young male screams in pain and runs away, leaving behind a shattered dream of power. In the world of baboons, strength and daring are the only tickets to the pinnacle of power. And each such battle is the clearest proof of the fierceness hidden behind the seemingly cohesive social shell. The sun gradually lowered. The red-orange light spread across the sparkling water. A gentle wind blew through the reed forests, creating a rustling sound like the evening music of the swamp. As the last sunlight faded, from afar came the bustling sounds, not of birds, but of high-pitched, urgent, and energetic barks. On the open savanna, a pack of African wild dogs suddenly appeared. The African wild dog is one of the most effective predators on the continent. With a slim body, about 80 centimeters tall, weighing 20 to 30 kilograms. They are covered with mottled yellow, black and white fur that is unique to each individual, like a fingerprint. The large round ears not only help increase hearing, but also help dissipate heat in the harsh heat of the Okavango region. What makes wild dogs so scary is not their individual strength, but their perfect coordination in the pack. They move as a unified unit, communicating with barks, high-pitched hisses, and subtle body signals. Speeds can reach 60 km/h, and their endurance allows them to chase prey for kilometers. It is this perseverance and coordination that helps their hunting success rate reach nearly 80%, higher than any other carnivore in Africa. On the Okavango Savanna, the pack of wild dogs moves constantly, their large ears perked up, their eyes shining in the sunset. They suddenly stop, simultaneously looking towards the distance, where a herd of antelope is leisurely grazing, completely unaware of the approaching death. The pack of dogs lowers their bodies, each step quietly approaching. Not a sound, only rapid breathing and eyes filled with determination. Then suddenly, the whole pack rushes forward like an arrow. The antelope collapses in despair, its miserable cries quickly swallowed by the excited growls of the whole pack. However, after the prey falls, the scene changes. Not the chaos of fighting, but clear order. The young ones step forward, getting priority to eat the first piece of meat, then the weak and injured individuals. Only then do the adults join in. In the cycle of survival, sharing becomes the bond that binds the pack, an immutable rule that has helped them survive for thousands of years. After the fiery feast on the savanna, the African wild dogs return to their daily routine. Within the strict social structure, only the alpha pair has the right to reproduce. This is an immutable rule, ensuring the stability and cohesion of the whole group. During the mating months, the alpha female digs a deep underground burrow, usually an abandoned burrow of aardvarks or honey badgers. This will become a safe haven for the upcoming litter. After about 70 days of pregnancy, the female dog gives birth to 6 to 10 pups, eyes closed, weak bodies. From that moment, the whole pack takes on the responsibility of raising them together. After each hunt, adult dogs will regurgitate meat to share with their young and their mother, ensuring that no individual is left hungry. The young are absolutely protected in the cave until they are big enough to go out and practice running and hunting. It is this communal reproductive behavior that has created the unique strength of wild dogs. Not only as notorious predators, but also as a cohesive group, where the life of a small individual is considered the life of the whole pack. The sun gradually sets, the Okavango gradually sinks into a mysterious cloak. In this bloody arena, life and death are only a breath apart. However, it is this harshness that has created a unique paradise where beauty and evil exist together. What do you think about the brutal attack of the crocodile on the Cape Buffalo? Leave a comment below the video. And don't forget to ring the bell and subscribe so you don't miss the next wildlife survival series. In the middle of the African jungle, where sunlight filters through the dense canopy and howls echo through the air, there exists a society that is both mysterious and brutal. Power here is fragile, and in just a moment, the throne can collapse. Will the leader maintain his supreme position or become a cruel outcast? Wild Tanzania, the fierce battle to overthrow the chimpanzee throne. Dawn falls on the African jungle. The first rays of sunlight filter through the dense canopy, shining on the mist that covers the cold, damp ground. The sounds of nature resound everywhere, but hidden behind that peaceful appearance is a heavy atmosphere. Howls echo from deep within the jungle, not only a call to the pack, but also a sign of a storm of power that is gradually rising. In this world, every breath carries with it a sense of caution, and at any moment, the balance can be broken. Amidst the dense foliage, the silhouettes of Africa's most intelligent creatures gradually appeared. A group of chimpanzees were moving, weaving through each branch, their eyes shining with vigilance. the sound of branches breaking, the sound of hurried footsteps mixed with the howling sound, turning the quiet forest into a stage of power. Here, it was not only a place to find food or shelter, but also a battlefield for hidden ambitions. A group of chimpanzees was a complex society, where each individual had their own ambitions and position. They not only lived by instinct, but also knew how to form alliances, betray, and calculate to gain advantages. Above all was the dominant male alpha. Its power was maintained by both muscular strength and ingenuity in creating allies. The alpha decided the order of food distribution, chose the first mate, and had the final say in all conflicts. However, that throne was never truly secure. Just one young, strong, and ambitious opponent can upset the order of the entire pack at any time. On a hot morning, the chimpanzees gathered under the ancient tree. The air was heavy as howls echoed throughout the forest. The challenge had been raised. Then boom, the battle for the throne broke out. The old alpha was hit, falling in the fury of the pack. There was a moment of eerie silence. Then the pack shouted in unison, facing the challenger. The throne had changed hands. Pride flashed in the new leader's eyes, but also a hint of fear. Because in this world, power was only temporary, and the day he was overthrown might be near. When the battle ended, a new order was established. The young leader now held supreme power, and his most important privilege was the right to approach the females in the pack. Chimpanzees have a year-round reproductive habit, not following a fixed season. Females often signal their reproductive period with a distinct physiological change. The skin around their genitals swells, signaling to the whole group. When a female enters the reproductive period, the alpha is usually the first to have the privilege. However, the politics of this species are so complex that many weaker males still cleverly form alliances, protecting females in exchange for mating opportunities. Every relationship is a bargain between power and benefits, reflecting their cunning society. The survival of the group depends not only on power, but also on cooperation. Chimpanzees hunt colobus monkeys together, coordinating rhythmically to corner the prey. They share food, but in a clear order. The alpha gets the biggest share, close allies benefit, and the weak are left with only remnants. The females take great care of their young, carrying them on their backs, teaching them how to find fruit, crack seeds, and use tools. But the harsh jungle is never easy. Predators, diseases, and internal strife always lurk, making each life as fragile as a leaf in the wind. In the African jungle, the chimpanzee throne is never truly secure. Today, a young leader is on the throne. Tomorrow, it may be another. Power here is just a fragile moment between the spiral of ambition and survival. The sun gradually rose. The golden light penetrated through the dark green leaves, drawing shimmering streaks of light in the thin mist. The peaceful space was like a gentle breath, soothing the tension that had just surged under the forest canopy. The sky above moved slightly, signaling the appearance of a strange inhabitant who left a distinct mark in the wildlife of the old forest. In the dense forest canopy of East Africa, a deep, hoarse cry rang out. It was the familiar sound of the hornbill. This bird is easily recognized by its long, curved beak with a protruding part like a horn, creating an appearance that is both strange and majestic. The hornbill has a medium to large body, a wide wingspan, and its plumage is often a combination of black, white, and sometimes has bright red and yellow on its beak. The large, strong beak is not only used to pick up fruits and crack seed pods, but is also a powerful weapon in defense. The main food of hornbills is fruits, figs, seeds. They play an important role in dispersing seeds, helping to regenerate forests. However, hornbills also have an opportunistic hunting instinct, ready to catch insects, lizards, frogs, or even baby birds when the opportunity arises. When entering the breeding season, the female will crawl into a tree cavity. Then the male and female use mud, soil, and dung to seal the hole, leaving only a small gap. The female stays there safely throughout the incubation period and raises the chicks, while the male diligently brings food back through the narrow gap. Only when the chicks are big enough, the mud layer is broken down. This is one of the strangest reproductive strategies in the bird world. Although living at high altitudes, hornbills still have natural enemies. Eagles, tree snakes, and mongooses often target eggs or chicks. On the ground, they can also be threatened by large monkeys or other predators if they fly low. The hornbill is not just a bird, but also an important link in the Tanzanian jungle, both a seedling of the forest and a testament to the miraculous adaptation of nature. Leaving behind the dense canopy, the scene gradually expanded to another land of Tanzania. Before us was an endless savanna, where the ground was cracked. The yellow grass swayed in the hot, dry wind. The harsh sunlight poured down, turning the whole space into a sea of harsh light. On the edge of the Tanzanian savanna, under the scorching sun, baboons appeared in large groups. Their muscular bodies covered with gray-green fur. Long faces with protruding muzzles and sharp fangs made them look half monkey, half predator. Unlike chimpanzees, which live mainly in trees, baboons spend most of their time on the ground, moving in groups of up to hundreds of individuals, bound by a strict social order. The herd is a real force. The largest males guard the outer perimeter, while the females and their young are in the center. They can eat anything they can find, from grass, roots, fruits, insects, to even small animals. Their survival instincts are honed to adapt to the harsh environment. In the middle of the hot afternoon, the peace is quickly broken. A group of strange baboons enters, challenging control of the territory. The atmosphere is as tense as a string. The battle breaks out fiercely. After a few minutes of struggle, the master baboon group proves its strength. the intruder is cornered. Blood stains on its fur, and finally runs away in chaos. When the dust settles, the baboon group returns to its daily routine. A few males still carry wounds from the melee, but most quickly rejoin the group. They spread out across the open land, diligently digging for roots, picking ripe fruit, or turning over small rocks to look for insects. The baboon's survival instinct is flexibility. Anything that can be eaten becomes a source of life. While the males guard the outer ring, the females gather in small groups, foraging and caring for their babies. The babies cling to their mother's belly, then gradually learn to jump, dig for food, and learn to integrate into the group. Baboon have a year-round breeding season. Females signal their readiness to mate by displaying prominent red swellings around their genitals, attracting the attention of males. However, they rely heavily on the order of the group. Females often choose to mate with healthy males who are capable of protecting themselves and their babies. In the group, female monkeys sometimes cooperate in caring for each other, creating strong matriarchal alliances. The gestation period lasts about 6 months. Each time, the female monkeys usually give birth to only one baby. The babies are raised by the mother's absolute protection, and the whole group contributes to the care. This is the foundation for herd strength, not only fighting in deadly battles, but also solidarity in every moment of survival and maintaining the species. In the harsh savanna of Tanzania, baboons survive thanks to herd strength. Bloody battles. Endless struggles just to assert their position in society. But when the dust clears, the herd returns to its familiar rhythm of life, finding food, raising young and being alert to all lurking dangers. Late afternoon falls on the savanna of Tanzania. The last sunlight of the day stretches out distorted shadows on the dry, cracked ground, turning the whole scene into a half-light, half-dark picture. The air gradually thickens, strangely quiet, as if nature is holding its breath, waiting. In the patchy shade between the savanna and the sparse forest, a graceful figure quietly slithers through each bush. The golden fur dotted with round black spots made the leopard almost disappear in the dim light. The bright yellow eyes stared deep into the void, each muscle tightly coiled, ready to burst out at the decisive moment. Unlike noisy predators, the leopard chose deadly silence. Each step was like a breeze. Each breath blended with the dry heat of the earth and sky. It did not need a herd, only patience and a precise strike to turn any creature in its sights into a victim. In front, a group of baboons were spreading out to feed. The females were taking care of their young. A few males were guarding the edges, but no one noticed the black shadow approaching. The leopard lowered its body, weaving through the dry grass, the distance gradually shortening. Then suddenly, it rushed out. The leopard quickly grabbed its prey, dragged its body lightly, and disappeared into the forest shadows. It all happened in a few seconds, neat and cruel, with no chance of survival. In that moment, the harshness of Tanzania's nature was evident. The strong survive, the weak fall. And on this land, no species can be safe forever. Tanzania is wild, where every creature must fight to survive. Throne can collapse, herds can break, and predators are never completely safe. Here, nature is the only king, and the law of survival is an unforgiving sentence. What do you think will happen if the traitor fails to overthrow the throne? Leave your thoughts below in the video's comments section. And don't forget to ring the bell and subscribe so you don't miss the next wildlife survival series. The red sun of Botswana gradually rises, its burning yellow light spilling over the dry savanna. The barren grasslands shake in the hot wind, interspersed with the shadows of thorny trees. In this seemingly tranquil scene, there are always hidden cruel tragedies. Here, life and death are only a blink of an eye apart. Bloody Savanna. The the horrific death battle between honey badger and snake. Dawn slowly rises over the Botswana horizon. Every gust of wind, every swaying of grass can signal a danger. The barren, yellowed grass stretches out, interspersed with dense bushes, an ideal hiding place for silent predators. From within the low, thorny bushes, a sloppy figure appears, the honey badger, who is famous throughout the Savanna for his unparalleled daring. Its body is compact, about 70 centimeters long. Its back is covered with silver-white fur running from head to tail, contrasting with the jet-black fur on its belly and legs, looking like a warrior wearing armor. Sharp eyes, a flat head and a short snout, hiding a brave look. Honey badgers have extremely strong teeth, can crush turtle shells or small bones, along with long curved claws, digging tools, and powerful weapons in combat. In particular, the skin is nearly 6 millimeters thick, loose, and flexible, helping it withstand both fangs and venom from the most dangerous predators. Its personality is a mix of recklessness and indomitability. Honey badgers are not afraid of any opponent, from hyenas, leopards, to even notorious venomous snakes. It moved relentlessly, sniffing under the dry grass, its short but powerful legs taking it into every nook and cranny in search of food. Honey, frogs, insects, or even deadly predators. While the honey badger bent down to probe every crack in the ground, its sharp eyes scanned the yellowed grass. It stopped, its head raised, sniffing, its instincts signaling that something was wrong. Suddenly, a soft, hissing sound rang out from the grass in front of it. The honey badger immediately glared, its whole body tensing as if ready to explode. From the dry grass, a long, winding shadow slithered out. It stuck out its tongue, its golden brown scales glinting in the sunlight, its cold eyes like spears piercing straight into the opponent. The terrifying hissing sound echoed in the still air, making the scene even more suffocating. Suddenly, the battle to the death broke out. In just a few breaths, the cobra, which had once spread terror across the savanna, was now motionless, its body limp, lying limp in the middle of the dusty ground. Slowly but firmly, the honey badger stood up, its jaws still tightly gripping the snake's body like a trophy. Its eyes flashed with ferocity, once again affirming its title as the indomitable warrior of the Botswana savanna. In this game of life and death, the one who seemed to be at a disadvantage had become the last survivor. The sun was gradually setting. Hot winds blew through, carrying with them fine dust floating in the air, causing the space to vibrate like hazy waves. The savanna seemed to hold its breath, preparing for a new upheaval. In that silence, each gentle sound, the rustling of dry leaves, the sound of hurried footsteps somewhere, echoed with full of signals. And then, from the misty dust, a slim figure with erect ears and sharp eyes gradually appeared, the jackal, the notorious opportunist of the Botswana savanna. The jackal, also known as the black-backed jackal, is one of the most cunning opportunists of the Botswana savanna. With a slim body less than a meter long, weighing only about 7 to 12 kilos, they do not have a scary appearance like lions or leopards. However, the black-gray fur running along the spine stands out against the yellow-brown background of the body, making this small animal easily blend into the dry grass, becoming a silent shadow lurking on the savanna. The erect ears are always alert. The amber eyes shine with coldness, showing that the hunting instinct never sleeps. The jackal does not possess superior strength, but they are masters of the art of survival. Their food is extremely diverse, from rabbits, mice, birds, insects to even the carcasses left after fierce battles. They often hunt in pairs or small groups, coordinating well to take down prey, and also do not hesitate to rob spoils from other species. Being both an active hunter and a natural cleaner, the chacal plays an important role in balancing the ecosystem. A special thing is that the chacal is a rare monogamous species among carnivores. They often live in pairs for life, together protecting their territory, sharing food and raising their young. During the dry season, female jackals dig burrows to give birth, each litter of 3 to 6 individuals. The young are cared for by both parents, suckling milk in the first months before following their parents to learn how to hunt. It is this bond that helps the jackal pack maintain its strength and cohesion through many generations. However, in the harsh cycle of survival, they also have many enemies. Giants such as lions, leopards, or hyenas can easily turn them into victims in the blink of an eye. However, with their cleverness and opportunity, the chacal jackal has persisted for thousands of years, becoming proof that sometimes intelligence is more powerful than strength in this blood-stained savanna. The sun gradually tilted to the west. The red light fell on the dry grasslands. On the hot wind, hoarse howls echoed in unison, resounding throughout the vast plains. In that moment, the Botswana savanna seemed to turn into a battlefield, and the ones who had just appeared were the notorious pack army, African wild dogs, the uncompromising warriors of nature. The African wild dog, also known as the painted wolf, is one of the most effective predators on the Black Continent. With an average height of 70 to 75 centimeters, weighing from 20 to 35 kilos, they possess a long, neat but powerful body. The highlight that makes them completely different from other carnivores is their mottled coat of 3 colors, black, white, and yellow-brown, like random paint patches. No two individuals have the same pattern, making each one unique. The large, round, upright ears not only help them dissipate heat in the harsh heat of the savanna, but also allow them to hear sounds from a long distance. The bright, alert eyes reflect the instinct of pack warriors. They are a rare species that relies on collective strength to dominate. Each hunt is organized like a campaign. One group presses the prey, another cuts off the retreat, all coordinated rhythmically as if there is an invisible commander. Thanks to that, their hunting success rate is up to 80%, higher than any other large predator in Africa. African wild dogs often choose antelopes, impalas, and even prey many times larger than their bodies. They do not give up easily. Instead of attacking quickly, they persistently chase until their prey is exhausted. Their persistence, speed, and tactics have turned them into a real nightmare of the savanna. On a field of dry, burnt grass, a warthog is diligently digging up tree roots, its curved tusks digging deep into the hard ground to find young roots. Its rough body and clumsy appearance make it look like a not-so-fearful creature in the fierce savanna. But from afar, mottled figures are rushing towards it. African wild dogs in a pack troop with a steady running rhythm, eyes fixed on the target. In an instant, the space seemed to explode with the sound of hurried footsteps and hoarse howls echoing. And then, the fight broke out. In just a moment, the prey collapsed under the power of perfect coordination. When the warthog was completely collapsed, the pack of wild dogs tightened the siege. The mottled snouts immediately tore pieces of flesh. Blood dyed the dry grass red. But in that chaos, there was no blind struggle, but a strange order. The adults took turns biting and tearing, but always leaving the best part to the weaker individuals. Some carried large pieces of meat and ran back, where in the bushes, the young ones were waiting. The African wild dog is a rare species in the carnivore world, with such a close-knit collective spirit that it cares for the next generation. The young ones who are not strong enough to hunt will be nourished with pre-chewed meat brought back by the members of the pack. Regardless of whether they belong to the leader pair or to any individual, all are raised as part of the same flesh and blood. That image clearly depicts the unique survival instinct of wild dogs, ruthless on the battlefield, but gentle and patient in maintaining the breed. It is this bond that has helped them survive for thousands of years on the blood-stained savanna of Botswana. The sun is slowly setting on the horizon. The air seemed to sink, but it was not peace. The clamor had subsided, giving way to a heavy, dense silence. Amidst the dry wind, a deep, rumbling roar echoed, stretching as if tearing the air apart. The steppe knew the signal. A supreme force was approaching. From afar, a giant figure gradually emerged in the fiery sunset. A majestic male lion advanced, its golden mane flowing down its shoulders like a flickering flame in the wind. Each step was slow but heavy, making the ground tremble, exuding the power of a ruler. The golden eyes swept across the battlefield, still smelling of blood, stopping at the pile of warthog carcasses and the mottled figures that had just finished feasting. Just one look was enough to make the pack of wild dogs tense up, instinctively signaling that the person standing before them was not an opponent to be challenged. A deep roar echoing through the dry air, causing the birds from afar to fly away in panic. It was not only a warning, but also a declaration. The throne of the Savanna belonged to only one person. The pack of wild dogs retreated. Their weak howls replaced their resistance. In that moment, the lion walked straight to the spoils, crouched down, and with its powerful teeth, it dragged the prey into the red sunset. The Botswana savanna closed a fierce cycle of life and death. The strongest not only survived, but also won the right to rule in majestic silence. Here, every moment depicted the endless cycle of survival. All intertwined into a bloody picture, where life and death always go hand in hand. And then, as the night gradually fell, the remaining traces of the battle would soon disappear. The corpses would nourish others, energy would be transmitted, and the cycle of nature would continue. Do you think that a small creature like a honey badger would dare to challenge and defeat the god of death called a cobra? Leave a comment below the video. And don't forget to ring the bell and subscribe so you don't miss the next wildlife survival series.